Hi guys, how you doing? It's Big Mac Dance School here, and today I'm sharing with you my entry for John Macleod's 100 subscriber competition. I recently hit 100 subscribers. I think he's up to around about the 130 mark now. If he gets to 200, I think it's 250 by the end of July, then the prizes are going to double for the competition as well. So if you're not already subscribed to his channel, nip over there now and hit the subscribe button. Show him some love. Basically, what his competition is anything related to the Biel-Tan Eldar craft world. Now, as a youngster, back when I was about 12, when I first got into the hobby, I started collecting Eldar because I really liked, I really liked striking scorpions and the Viper jet bike, and I thought the jet bikes were kind of cool as well. The newer ones are so much better now, so it's amazing how the hobby's coming on. It's always developing, always improving, or well, some people's opinion of that is going to be different, but in my opinion, it's always, in terms of the miniatures at least, it's always developing, always improving. What his competition is anything to do with Biel-Tan Craft World. So the Craft World I collected, or I started to paint my minis up in, was the Biel-Tan Craft World. I really like the colour scheme for the Guardians and the vehicles. Guardians white with green helmets, vehicles really like a dark green with bits of white on, or thorns all over the vehicles, stuff like that. And I left the hobby when I got to the age of about 14. I was only really in the hobby for about 2 years. When I got to the age of about 14, maybe 15, I just, I put everything down, put it to one side. And then around about 3 years ago, doesn't seem that long ago, it seems like a couple of weeks ago, I got back into the hobby, and I still had a load of old miniatures. So I got these guys, the Dire Avengers, and I decided they were going to be the first thing I was going to paint up. So this is the unit really that got me back into the hobby, so that's why I'm sharing it with you. I painted it in the colours of the Biel-Tan Craft World, and I'll just get a close-up here for you of one of these guys, so you can see some of the details I've done to signify, to show that they are members of the Biel-Tan Craft World. And get this camera to focus, that will be spectacular. Here we go. Yeah, so you can see the faceplate there is painted green, and the crest, the helmet crest, is painted green as well. So that to me is a signifier that they're from the Biel-Tan Craft World. If I get more units of Dire Avengers, what I'll probably do is do each unit in a slightly different way. These models are from the 90s, about 20. What year are we in now? 2015. Yeah, well they are about 20 years old now, these models. So they are dated, but one thing I'd say about the Eldar is they always looked a lot more futuristic in my mind, and I'd say the Eldar are closer now to what they were in the 90s than some of the other model ranges that were out back then. They've really kept a lot of the aesthetic they had back then, so that's why one of the reasons I'm really happy I collect Eldar, because I think the models from the 90s look great. Not all of them, things like the old Eldar Dreadnought, what's been replaced by the Wraith Lord, doesn't look as good now. But I'm rambling now, guys. Yeah, the whole point of this video is just to show you one of my Biel-Tan units. I've not painted up any Eldar since this. Now, I painted these guys about 3 years ago as my first foray back into the hobby, and then I kind of got distracted by a lot of other releases and stuff. May not have been 3 years ago, it might have been 2 years ago. Like things like Orcs were released and stuff, and then I decided I wanted to be a big mech and just convert everything and make everything orcified and stuff like that. And things haven't gone that way. But yeah, these are the army that helped get me back into the hobby. But I just get too easily distracted. Hopefully, one day I'll get back to my Eldar and my Biel-Tan force, and really build it up to something it deserves to be, because it was the Biel-Tan were the first, really my first links to the hobby, and what brought me back into the hobby. So hopefully I will eventually do them the justice they deserve. Thanks for watching, guys, and everyone who's entering the competition, good luck, and I'll see you on the battlefield.